Man, Rooster, it's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere.
Let's do it.
Welcome back, everybody.
Do you know?
It's that show.
You made it. I'm Rooster.
Bishop. Happy Thanksgiving!
Turkey Day! That made me think of the South Park episode. I'm John Wayne at the first Thanksgiving, pilgrims. That's actually Family Guy, but... Yup, I'm excited. We're eating turkey and ham and mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, pumpkin pie. I'm trying to think if there's anything. That's usually like the solid 5 items we always have.
It's gonna be a lot of laziness going on afterwards.
What do you guys make?
This year I'm doing...
Or should I say you?
Yeah. I'm doing fried duck. Deep fried duck.
What? Can
Yeah.
I try some? I've never tried some. I want to try some, dude.
Deep fried duck.
Seriously though, my grandma used to make these duck gizzards, which were like, I don't know, their stomachs or something.
It's their craw, but yeah, it's similar.
Don't know what that is.
Yep.
It's another organ in there. And they were fucking delicious.
Yep.
I loved them. And then you, I think, were the one telling me about, or maybe it was my dad, telling me about how like greasy duck is when you like eat it and like that it's kind of gross.
It is greasy. I mean, it's because it's all the meat is dark. It's not white meat. It's all dark meat.
Yeah.
And so it's got more fat to it. And so, therefore, I'm gonna eat it.
If there's any left over, you should save you some. I really want to try some.
I've not done one, and I was considering on doing a goose.
Whoa. You can legally eat goose?
Well, yeah.
They seem like they'd be like a protected species or something.
Well, some of them are, not all of them.
Well, I guess I'm thinking of a swan, not a goose.
And depending on what country you're in, I mean, it could still be fair game. But, no, I mean, I went to go buy a goose this year, and because of inflation, oh my God, is $120 for a goose.
Damn.
I don't pay that much for prime rib.
Wow. How big is its body compared to like a turkey?
It's comparable.
It's around the same size. Okay.
I mean, you're looking at a 12 to 15 pound bird.
Jeez. Had to like, of course it's $170. We had to steal this from a hotel pond. You think this goose is free? God damn it.
You know how many cars we had to evade?
Right.
But at the same time, you say that, it's like, and honestly, I don't know about every area, but when you look at the homeless population in these cities, right, and you go around their city parks, what's always at a city park?
Fucking gooses everywhere.
There's geese everywhere.
Can't believe those homeless aren't out there with spears.
Right, I'd be collecting change. I'd be collecting change so I could go buy some like canned orange juice and have some goose a la orange. I'd be eating like a king.
God.
But no,
he's ramming the gooses with his shopping cart, trying to fucking take them down.
I thought really hard about this year's dinner though, because I was like, do I do this for the boys? And I go, do I get a really big turkey, right? And then deep fry it, but on the inside of said turkey, I buy Cornish hens, the little tiny game birds. Right? And then
you put them on the
stuff them in there. But on the inside of the Cornish game hens, I put hard-boiled eggs.
Oh my God.
Like I just murdered an entire generation.
Jesus Christ. That's gotta be some crime. That's some form of rape, I'm sure.
I was like, maybe that's a little too much. I mean, it's been a kind of a crazy year. I mean, these last 2 years, we don't necessarily need trauma at Thanksgiving. I don't think so.
Daddy, what's in the turkey's butt?
Well, that'd be second and third generation. Never made it. So, I don't know. Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday out of the year.
Yeah, I feel
so.
Yeah.
And I, you know, and I hate to sound corny, but it is about family. It's about getting together and reflecting.
For sure.
It's not so commercialized. It's more about everybody. To me, it's like the only free therapy session a year that you get with your family.
Yeah. Just to get everything out.
Like, everybody gets a little drink in them, and then like all the barriers just dissolve.
Right down,
it's like, oh God, here we go.
Either the night ends with hugs or screams.
Or the police are called.
I swear, the day we already have our Christmas lights up. I already put them up. I'm sure you saw them rolling in. The day after Halloween is Christmas for our family. So yes, we celebrate Thanksgiving, but like and there was also that huge stack of Christmas lights right there. I still have to wrap all 3 of those trees in, and I'm like, do we have to jump straight from spooky season to the joyful season? Let's appreciate the fall a little
Nightmare
bit.
Before Christmas.
Right, for sure. But I'm excited. We were hoping that my grandma was going to be able to make it to Thanksgiving, but I'm taking her home tomorrow because she's, just likes to be home. It's less confusing for her and stuff. So.
Right. No, it's just been we've been away for a while. We've had a lot going on.
You should tell them about.
No, I don't. Nobody needs to know about all that.
Everybody wants to know.
No. The old man's falling apart. Nobody needs to know that I'm falling apart. But I don't know. It's we're coming up on the wrap up of the year, and in our community, this is where things kind of either calm down a bit or they kind of escalate.
Yeah.
Right? Local events, you have your local festivals and stuff that go on, and so people get hyped about that, and other people, the humbug comes out and nobody wants to do anything, and so it's kind of a weird time. It's I think over the years it's become very, especially like on the consumer side, where people used to really like fight and like jockey for position in stores to buy things. They don't do that so much anymore because.
Are you talking about like Black Friday?
Yeah, like Black Friday and just the holiday sales themselves, and and I don't see that happening anymore because of online sales.
Right.
Right, and and that's what's kind of crazy. It's like I was sitting there thinking about it the other day when I was walking through the store, and I was like, you can't get new cars because you can't get microchips. But you can buy a 75-inch TV for $400.
Right.
How the fuck does that work?
Right.
Wait a minute. So you have a surplus of 75-inch TVs that you can sell for $400.
Right.
But you can't put cars on the road.
Yeah, that's interesting. Obviously, it's some kind of... I don't know if TV... I mean, they require some electronics, obviously, but I don't know if they require like a microchip straight up or what.
I'm pretty goddamn sure that the smart TVs nowadays could land the Artemis mission.
Oh, easily, right? I thought you were going to say Apollo. I was like, way better than Apollo, for sure.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of crazy, but...
God, you shouldn't have opened that Artemis can of worms.
We'll roll into it.
I'm so excited. It just launched like a couple of days ago.
But
we don't need to... Nobody needs to hear another boring science episode of the Artemis mission. I think I went over it pretty thoroughly last time.
It's an owl. Who? An owl. Who? I think that this year it needs to come to an end. There's been a lot of stuff on in your side and my side and our friends, everybody around us. Like 2020 was one thing. 2021 was like this weird post-emergence and from this weird thing that we're going through, and 2022 just really sucked balls.
Right.
I mean, just like, it was like you could see the end of the race in a lot of instances, and it was like, and we're not going any further. It's not going to happen.
Then some guys run up and pick up the finish line post and start running away. You're like, hey! Get back here!
Bring it back! Bring it back!
No way. Our world is going to be crazy for the rest of our lives. I mean, it's always been crazy, though. That's the thing. I feel like it's never going to calm down.
No, I disagree. I really do, because I feel like that there's you can't have an infinite resource, right? So you look at all the people that have lived off of credit and extensions for how many years now?
Right.
You can't keep doing that,
right?
I think that's part of what we're seeing in our economy now. And that's what's stressing some of the holiday season and everything that's going on. And it's, it has changed the dynamic dramatically over the last 2 years. And so for me, I kind of look at it in the long run and I go, okay, well, there's an end. It's coming because, taxman or, debt collector's going to start calling.
Yeah, for sure.
Right. And so I feel like a lot of people either have to basically shit or get off the pot. You're going to have to get back into society and really start contributing when you look at what the workforce is. And I say that because, we had this discussion about Twitter and Elon. And this gal walking around doing absolutely nothing for an entire day.
Yeah.
And getting paid for it.
Yep.
Right?
For you guys who don't know, so she's basically showing, this was like 2 months ago, she's showing a video of like, oh, her life as the day of a Twitter employee. And she's walking around, she's going to the sauna, she's going to the break room, she's getting coffee, and she spends the whole day just doing all the activities that they provide for them to do in the facility. And literally does nothing all day, does no work. And then so everyone's saying like, okay, this is why Elon fired more than half of the employees, is because no fucking work was getting done.
Right. And the same thing's happening in Amazon. You know, they overhired because they expected even more, you know, a faster and more expansive growth. Bezos stepped down. I think things kind of rolled to a halt to a certain degree for expansion and innovative ideas. It's kind of like the same thing that happened in Apple, right? When the founder finally went,
Right.
Everything just kind of went, what do we do now? We had all the ideas. Like, how many employees do you have and nobody's got an original idea?
Right. And since him, they've just been going back to the old ideas and revamping them. Like the new iPhone looks exactly like the iPhone 5, basically. You know, there's that whole study of like people don't want things that are new, they want things that are different. And so people get used to the square edges, and so they round the edges. And then in a couple of years, people get used to the rounded edges, and so they square them off again. And everyone's like, oh, this is new.
It's all ridiculous.
This is new.
It's all ridiculous. It's all ridiculous.
Me and you have had the same fucking phone for 7 years or whatever. I think you just got a new one finally.
Yeah, I did. And I don't know. The holidays to me are kind of a crazy time just because, you know, just people have different priorities on what they want. And so when you look at where you fit into a lot of that dynamic, you go, no, I'll skip that one.
I think I'm good.
I'll skip that one.
I think so.
Nope, not today. Not today. I remember last year. That was not fun. I still have a scar right over here.
I have a scar right in here in the heart somewhere.
So, I don't know. But it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it because it's been really streamlined this year. It's just like of all the years, this is like the most streamlined like holiday season I think I've ever rolled into. It's like everything is literally like planned down to a T.
Yeah.
Only because of everything that's been going on the last 3 weeks of my life.
Oh yeah.
I can't have any uncertainty. I gotta have it all set to where I know it's gonna be, so that I know it's gonna get done. Otherwise, all hell's breaking loose. All hell is breaking loose. And I have to do it while I can walk at a snail's pace.
Yeah, right. I
forgot,
dude. I'm still just visualizing.
Oh, it's horrible.
The injury.
It's on fire right now.
Oh, yeah. I saw you climb into the chair
and
like...
Getting old sucks. Don't do it. Or do it wisely. One of the two. Don't be hard on your body when you're young.
That was so funny when your boss was like, did we do that?
Yeah.
And you're like, nope.
Yep.
Army did that. That was not you.
Nope. The gift that keeps on giving. It's Christmas year round.
For real though. That's funny.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I guess Thanksgiving is up there, like top 2 or 3 holidays. I probably have to rank Christmas number 1, just because same kind of thing you said though, family getting together.
Right.
And it used to be. It's funny how, now that I've gotten older, how much more it used to be about the presents, and now it's just more about the presents.
Right. No, that's a good way to put it. And it's exactly what it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I like even though I don't like tagging it to, you know, a spring holiday. I like Easter, but I like more of the spring solstice. Like it's time for things to start over and things like that.
Rebirth and
because spring and fall are my 2 favorite seasons.
Oh yeah.
So rolling into Turkey Day is definitely a good time of year. I mean, turkey for us. I mean, I
was gonna say it's more of the winter holiday for us, but
right. Yeah, because in this state, there's either hot or cold.
Yeah.
It's either you're sweating or you're fucking freezing. There's really no in between. You get a little bit of a transition for a couple weeks, and that's it. That's it.
Exactly. There's like a 3-week spring, and like a 3-week fall.
That's what happens when you live in a fucking desert.
Right?
We don't live in a desert, there's grass. Just because you planted it doesn't mean it was here before you got here.
Dude, that's what I was thinking. I was just in Vegas last weekend, obviously. So that's what I was thinking flying back. Had a window seat, so I was peeking out the window, flying over the Grand Canyon and the mountains and everything. I was like, God, this is so fucking beautiful. You make it over the Rocky Mountains, and then you're in Kansas. You know, it was like just the sharpest line from once you get west of the Rocky or east of the Rockies, where it just all flattens out. And I was like, and there goes the beauty.
And it's flat.
And it's flat.
Yeah. I don't know. When you travel around the world and you see the different aspects of it, you realize, you know, how precious some things are. And I guess we can talk about that in a different episode. But I don't know. We just live in a crazy area. It literally goes from hot to cold.
And it's
just like that.
The seasons, we've talked about this too, the summer of bugs and beer. The seasons of bugs is what weirds me out, where we get like this month of moths, and then we get like this month of flies, and then we get like this month of beetles, and they each have like their own time of year, at least out here in the trees.
I just feel like I feel like it's the apocalypse trying to happen every year, and it just can't make it past the third seal.
What's it called? The plague, the biblical plague, where like the locusts and it's like we're going through all the stages until we reach redemption.
Well, I am out.
Yeah,
I'll catch up. Refill.
I'll catch up.
Refill. But we will catch you here in a few. We're gonna get these filled back up. We'll have a little more laughter on this next go around, but welcome. We're saying welcome. You're saying welcome. Hello.
Like, subscribe, share with your friends.
Yep.
We'll be back in a momentary.
Something. Ciao.
That does it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe to, you know, that show.